Hi, everybody. Jonathan Rayo here with SimplifiedGuitar.com, and welcome to Episode 5 of the How to Play Q&A, where I answer your questions and song suggestions. Today, we have a song suggestion from Clara Kraljevic, and that song suggestion is As the Deer. So let's go ahead and do that together. So I went ahead and typed in As the Deer in Google, and I clicked on the first link that popped up, which is this right here. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is there are quite a lot of chords in this song. This is typically the case for hymn-type songs, and this song is sort of like that. And so that's why we're seeing a lot of chords here. A lot of these are basically bass notes, but each one is a different kind of variation. I went through and counted, and there's actually 16 different chords, and that is quite a lot for one song. So I went through, I cleaned this clutter up, and I reduced it down to just 6 chords. So this is my cleaned up version. You can take a snapshot of this if you want and use it. Now I'm going to be this is in the C chord family, so I'm going to be using some variations. So instead of A minor, wherever we see A minor, I'm going to be using according to my chord family cheat sheet here, which you can get from my ebook, The Hobby Guitar, on my website. So in the C chord family, you'll notice that A minor is actually played A minor 7. F is actually played F over C. And so wherever we see in the song, let me pull it up again. In the song, whenever we see F, I'm actually going to be playing that variation F over C. Whenever we see A minor, I'm actually going to be playing A minor 7. Now, there is one difference to this song. Right here in the chorus, I'm going to keep it in E. Instead of E minor, which is typically the chord in the C chord family. For this particular song, it actually sounds better if we just keep it as a regular old E, which is actually, you can find on my chord family cheat sheet in the E chord family. The regular traditional E looks like this. So instead of playing the E minor that you see in the C chord family, we're going to be playing the traditional E chord from the E chord family, right? So keep that in mind. For the strum pattern, we're going to be using the driving strum pattern, which is a 4-beat strum pattern. We're going to have 4 down strums with an up strum added after beat 4, and then we're going to be putting emphasis on beats 1 and 3. Okay, so basically every other beat, we're going to be strumming harder for those beats, and that's going to add some dynamics to the strum pattern to make it sound better. So again, that strum pattern would sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just play the song. Let me pull up the edited version that I made. I'm going to go ahead and play it, this simplified version for you, so you can see what it would sound like. As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. Okay, if we take a look at the chords again, you'll notice that I made a change here as opposed to what you would find online. They have holding this D minor the whole time for this line with a couple of D minor variations and then the E. And so I made that change and I added just the plain old F here, and then the D minor, and then the E. That's just my preference. Now, if we look back at the chords that we found online, a lot of these are just really quick chords, and that's why I'm able to just cut them out. So, for instance, let's look at this the second line. So my soul longeth after thee. So if I were to play that, let's see real quick. We have, so my soul longeth after thee, G, F, it's you alone. Right, so that G and that F is just kind of like a walk up. Now for this G over B, one thing you can do when you get there, that B is a bass note, and so what you can do is you can play the same G chord that's part of the C chord family, but instead of starting with the low E string like you normally would, you can start on that A string, which is actually a B note, right? Because your second finger is holding down the second fret of that string, which makes it a B. So if you want, you can start that chord on the B string, because remember, your first beat of the measure, you're just plucking one string by itself. So if I were to do that, instead of plucking the G note, pluck the B note, right? Because we got G over B. So that would sound like this. As the deer panteth for, right? So you kind of have that walk down feel. C, B, and then A minor, right? So you could do that if you want. All right, Clara, I hope you found that useful. If anybody else has any questions or song suggestions, you can head on over to simplifiedguitar.com/ask, and you can submit those there. I will see you guys in another tutorial. Take care.